Good morning, everybody. Spidey here with Spidey Hits, and I hope you're having a marvelous day. And if that seems a little foreign to you, me saying Spidey Hits, that's because I have rebranded the channel, and we've rebranded from Spidey G09 to Spidey Hits. So we're just going to go live this morning, have a little fun with our Saturday morning Marvel cards. Going to give it a little bit of time for some friends to jump on, and we'll talk about what we're going to be doing today here on the channel. So I've actually got some boxes here, and we're likely going to open up at least one of them if the internet works. I'm noticing that there's some lag here all of a sudden, which is not great. We'll keep an eye on that. If we have to manipulate the cameras here in a minute, we can do that to get rid of the lag. But how's everybody doing this morning? Hey, Faith and Misery, how's it going? Hey, TBC Breaks, how are you? Yeah, if you notice in the background here, it says Spidey G09 no more. So that's probably the biggest thing that's going on this morning. But I wanted to have a little fun with you guys. I've got 3 different boxes here. What's up? Keith is here. Oh, I feel special. Keith, how's it going, man? Oh, even more special. Hey, brother, how are you? You need to come hang out with me on Saturday mornings, but you may be at the venue working. But yeah, we got 3 different boxes here. We still got this DC box here, which is like a Power Chrome DC box from 1995 Skybox. And I like these because they're kind of chrome cards. And we have the Walmart X-Men box here that I'm really scared to open because it might be bricked. Quite possibly it's bricked, and it's expensive. And then we still have another box from our Jim Lee X-Men. So we've got some options here this morning if we want to rip something, and kind of just wanted to see what you guys and gals may just want to talk about. Oh, I know, man. I'm sorry, Keith. you were one of the people that was like, "Hey, don't change the name." And you saying that did create some hesitation in me because I value your opinion so much. But overall, it became pretty clear that that's what I wanted to do, and I've been pretty inspired by it and really enjoy it. It's I don't know, maybe it's just because it's refreshing and something else, but I am enjoying the new name. But look, I still got Spidey Jew everywhere here on the mat. See if I can show you the mat. It's still there too. So, lost our camera. Got to get the camera back on. That's what happens when you start messing around with stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the new name. There we go. Back on. You have a 1993 masterpieces that might be bricked. If it is, you're going to do a humidifier video to unbrick them? Oh, that would be cool. I do not feel like I'm a scientist. I've got a friend who is like really gifted at unbricking cards, and he begins to tell me what he's doing, and I just lose it. Like I can't do that. All I can do is rip packs, put them in sleeves, and look at them. Like that's as sophisticated as it gets for me with cards. But yeah, I'm really pretty nervous about opening this, but I want to because this is, as you guys likely know, one of my favorite cards is in this set, but it also has the Walmart variants, and they're not that expensive where it justifies opening a box, and that's like most things. But I don't remember opening up Walmart packs as a kid, and really kind of like the idea of doing that. So that's an option. We'll see what you guys think, and we could always try to chase that Jim Lee auto, and these are fun to look at. And then, like I said, we got this DC box here. So what do you think? What do y'all want to open this morning? What do you want to see? Let me know in the comments. Is there still lag in this camera? I think there is. Yeah, there's definitely still lag there. So I may have to take this camera and spin it around and go to one camera when we go to open in the packs. And I can do that. That's not a problem. Oh, so you want to see the X-Men Ultra? Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Man, it makes me nervous. Is DC even in the conversation? It's like, is that even anything you'd want to see? Chase that Jim Lee auto. Hey, if someone's near eBay, can you tell me what this box is going for now? The X-Men Flare Ultra before I dive into it. I would look it up, but I'm not in a place where I can do that. Uh-oh. Did we freeze up for a minute? Just rip them all. Yeah, DC don't care. I'm with you. Yeah, so is both cameras lagging? Help me out here real quick. Let me know. Because I definitely don't want to be going through lag. This camera is not on Wi-Fi, so it should not be lagging unless something's going on with internet overall with AT&T fiber. But this one could be lagging, the card camera, because it is over Wi-Fi. Just the card cam? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Keith, that is blasphemy, man. DC's blasphemy. But there's just not a lot of Marvel product to rip. I have a lot of Marvel product ordered, but it has to be released. Like I got a case of Marvel Beginnings pre-ordered. I've got tons of Spider-Man metal pre-ordered. I've got tons of not tons. I've got I think 8 boxes of Into the Spider-Verse pre-ordered. All of those, are going to be a ton of fun to rip and to do on our Saturday morning Marvel cards. But I mean, what are we going to do in between now and then? Like I'm down to ripping, a box that's probably really expensive and I shouldn't rip because it's likely bricked. Chasing the Jim Lee auto is nice, but they're not easy to hit. And I already opened 2 of these boxes, so I've got plenty of the base. And then we're talking about DC because that's like all there is really to open. X-Men Metal's $1,000 a box, and it's even hard, it's getting harder to find. So I don't know. It's just tough. There's not a lot to rip. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks, Faith. Now, have you guys, I know Keith has, but have you guys seen that Dave and Adams just posted yesterday Spider-Man Metal backup for pre-order? And when that pre-order originally began, it was around 238, 239, something like that a box. It's now at 590 something if you're not a member with, some premium level. I think the price I can get it at is like 483 or something like that a box, which is just insane that it's gotten that expensive. It's not so far out of the realm of where X-Men Metal got before it was released. However, we're still a month and a half away if the delivery date is correct on Dave and Adams, and I really believe that it is, which is payment due by June 26th, delivery by June 29th, which is, I believe, that Wednesday. So I think we're a month and a half away, and they could raise prices again, between now and then, depending on how this sells out. Well, I saw that the cards hit yesterday afternoon at some point. I don't know how long they had been up throughout the day yesterday during working hours. However, by this morning, the cases were sold out, and I'm going to do air quotes, sold out, because they're not sold out. More than likely, they're just shutting it off because it's sold out in a particular amount of time where it made them aware that they probably could raise the price again. And that's what they typically do. I think they call it like a Dutch auction type thing. However, hold on. Let's see. Keith just said, I don't see the 94 Walmart sealed. The regular box is 275 to 400. Yeah, I think the X-Men Flare Ultra Walmart is probably $600 to $800 a box. And there's not $600 or $800 worth of cards in here. But back to Spider-Man Metal, woke up this morning and you couldn't get a case anymore. They showed those as sold out. And what's interesting about that is this is the first time that any site that I've seen other than Steel City has offered a case for sale. They were saying that you could only buy up to 6, up to 8 at a time. And except for Steel City, which at it was $400 a box when they were offering a case. And, what's likely going to happen is the release date's going to come and there's going to be boxes available. This is what they're doing right now. It's kind of creating some FOMO. And they do that 2 different ways. Number one, the idea that you may not be able to get the pre-order. And because of that, I'm just going to remove the card cam for a minute. Because of that, that means that if you want it at this, you want it when it releases, you got to pre-order it now to not miss out, so that you have something the day it releases. So you're not watching all your friends, open up Spidey boxes and you don't have any, right? And the second part is that they're wanting to create FOMO around the idea that, well, the price is this now and it's going to go up, or it may go up. And that fear of it going up and not buying in at a lower price also drives people to buy the boxes right now. So there's a lot of psychology in the way in which they release these boxes. There is not an MSRP. For those who don't know, there's not a suggested retail price for Upper Deck product. That is not how it works. Upper Deck sells to one distributor. So when they print a product, they have a guaranteed buyer for all of their cards, like all of them. And then that one distributor selects, I think it's like there's 5 primary distributors, and I think I can name most of them, which is Dave and Adams, Steel City, Blowout Cards. There's a distributor. I'm talking about U.S. distributors. There's a jewelry store that's one of the distributors, and I can't remember that name, and then another one. And if you know it in the comments, let us know. But those distributors then decide, which comic book stores get them, what allotments are given, and make pre-orders available direct to the consumer. And they decide what price they want to put on it. There's this is what you have to sell it for, like at Walmart, where, there's a price that the product would likely be the same throughout the country. So that's why you see these prices going up and up and up every time they get made available on one of these 5 major distributors. One of the best things you can do is go to your local comic book shop and see if they can lock in a price for you if they have an allotment. But what I've been hearing is that let's say they think they get allotted 3 cases and they only get 2 boxes if they get anything at all. And what happens then if a comic book store only gets 2 boxes, they either sell it on eBay at double the price or they open it for themselves. That tends to be what happens. Let's see. Oh, sorry if I'm getting away from the comments. Ultra X-Men. Yeah, e-Pack is great in terms of waiting, but probably the real way you can win at Spider-Man Metal, if you're wanting to spend the money in correlation to the value of the cards that you receive, is to only, if you buy Spider-Man Metal in boxes, keep it sealed and only chase singles once e-Pack is done. Only chase singles. So don't go to e-Pack and don't rip physical. That's probably the only way to be safe about it. Do you think selling product this way is good for the hobby? So here's the argument for why it is good for the hobby. Okay. I'm not saying why I think it's good, but I'm gonna give you the other side. So Upper Deck is, they're an entertainment brand that create these cars that we could have fun around, but they want to minimize their risk. Okay. So they know what their cost is to some degree going into the product, and they know what profit margin they want for that product. And they have a single buyer who will buy all of it. And that reduces a ton of risk, right? They can move on to the next set and keep those wheels turning, not waiting for it all to sell eventually, right? They want to sell it all at once. So that's good for Upper Deck, and it keeps us getting products and it keeps low risk for them. So, and you want that from the creator of the cards. Now, the wholesaler distributor that ships it and distributes out to these 5 places, or however many there really is, because I don't know for sure, only know what I've been told. What those buyers are doing is they're actually taking on the risk. that the product is going to be good because they're committing to buying it. They're like us. They haven't seen Spider-Man metal either outside of the sales sheet, right? So they have to commit to buying it. And the reason why they do this, and forgive me if Dutch style auction is the wrong term, but I think it's correct. But the reason they do it this way is because of the fact that if they sold it all to us for $200 a box, what would the buyers of those boxes do? The vast majority of them would buy as many as they can, hoard them, and put them on eBay at double and triple the price. Most buyers of those boxes would do the exact same thing that the wholesaler's doing. And that wholesaler, whether we like it or not, they built the company, they took the risk, they invested the money, and they're taking the risk of buying all the product from the distributor. And so they believe, they have a thought of, hey, if we're taking on all this risk for this product, why should we sell it to you at a significantly discounted price from what the market would actually really pay for it, just so you can put it on eBay and net the profit? And so that's why they don't do it that way. And if they did sell it to us, it'd just say, let's say Upper Deck selling it for $100 a box. The distributor is selling, the wholesaler is distributing it for $150 a box. And so they then sell to us for $200 a box. Everybody makes money, but what happens is when that person that buys it for $200 a box puts it on eBay for $550, and bots start buying it up, and people create an arbitrage where they can make money with the product. So they feel like the best way to do it is to slowly release the product until they find a healthy place where the market is consistently buying the boxes, and make it available till it sells out, and then let the secondary market do what it wants to do. Whether that's good or bad, I would tell you, I would rather have what we have now as opposed to somebody buying it all up and putting it on eBay. So there you go. Long answer. I apologize. Ooh, okay. So one sold on auction April 29th for $365. Well, that makes me feel a little better about opening it, but makes me feel really bad about what I paid for it, because I'm pretty sure I paid $600. Hey, O'Harris from Canada. Awesome. Love it. Consider ComC uncirculated instead of EPAC. Viking sword, smart. That's exactly what I'm saying. When I say keep sealed, don't do like me and open it, and chase singles or hunt singles that you want is a better way for me to say it. Like, let's say you picked a character like, hey, I want to buy, Carnage cards from Spider-Man Metal, and you specifically hunt Carnage cards. ComC, check out my collection. It's the place to do it. And you want to be thoughtful about when you do it, because what happens is when EPAC's released, you got degenerates like me who are going to spend a lot of money in EPAC, and then they're going to move cards to ComC to recoup as much of that money as they can. And then what happens on ComC, because of the way they present the cards, when you click on the card, you see all sellers of that card, and you see all sellers' prices. And so it becomes a race to the bottom to see who can sell the fastest, and the lowest price, if condition is equal, generally wins. And so you can get really good deals on ComC when people are looking to recoup their EPAC money. Oh, Brian, absolutely, man. Just having fun talking Marvel cards. You picked up 5 pre-orders of Spider-Man Metal. They only had 5 available. Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations. Do you plan to open it or keep it sealed? That's what I'm curious about. And I'd love to hear what you want to hit out of the boxes, what character and what cards. Viking, you're slightly concerned about overprinting, giving the retail allotment. That's interesting. And I would tell you that, yeah, I could see where the retail printing is something to be nervous about. And there will be big cards in there, but I don't think they'll be easy to hit. That's where you'll see those box odds like 1 in 1,800 packs, that kind of thing. But I like what it means for the hobby that you may actually have Spider-Man Metal hit your hometown. And, hopefully that product will get into, hands that will enjoy the cards. And obviously there'll be people who are going to chase them and repost them and sell them and see it as a way to make money. I like the idea of just being able to have, say it's Saturday morning and I'm doing a video going to Walmart and Target hunting for this stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I like that there's a parallel that's only available in the retail packs, because look at this. It's 30 years later, or 28 years later, but I've got an X-Men metal box here from Walmart, steel sealed, that's selling for double for what, the regular box that you could have got at your comic book store sold for. So it's going to be interesting to see what those parallels, those yellow FX, what ultimately becomes of those. Because there may be the view of, hey, those are overprinted. They were in Walmart and Target, and maybe they are, but maybe they aren't either. So, or even if they are, maybe they all get open and not taken care of. Good morning, Tom. Hey, Sydney. How's it going, man? How are you this morning? Oh, yeah, Viking, you were bottom feeding ComC. That's really smart. Yeah, Tom. Hey, I understand, but I appreciate you taking the time to get used to it. Just call me Spidey. Um, let's see here. Looking at the comments. So, Chris, I just found some of my old Marvel metal cars from 1995. I love finding the Spider-Man Gold Blaster. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. That was my favorite hit. And if you didn't catch the PSA reveal, I got PSA 10 Spider-Man, but I do have the Gold Blaster that I pulled out of the box that I opened on the channel last year. And I got to get it submitted to PSA because I think it's pretty clean. If boxes are really 500, there will be no overprinting. Sydney, great point. And I think Sydney's point has multiple angles to it. One is just if they were cheaper, that's because there's more available, because there's definitely demand there. And because there's demand, it drives the prices up. And it didn't come out the gate super cheap. I mean, at $238 a box, that lasted like a day. The next week it was $250. That lasted like 8 minutes. And then the next week it was over 300. It got really close to 400 by the third or fourth offering of the boxes. So it's not like it went from 250 to 500, this week. And so people have been paying a lot for them. And I think that people are planning to keep this product sealed more than ever. Whether you like that or not, I only keep it sealed till I rip it. That's just generally my perspective. But even I want to keep a little bit of this product sealed. And the other thing is ePack, Upper Deck is driving more of their product to ePack. We discovered with X-Men Metal, and you can see it in the prices now. We were thinking, hey, that's a 50-50 allotment, physical in boxes, then 50% in ePack. And we're pretty sure that that's not the case now, that maybe upwards to, 57%, 63% of the product went into ePack, and very little, or 37% or so, went into physical. And now you see those boxes selling for $800 to $1,000 a box. I think right now there's a case on eBay for just under $12,000. Now, I haven't seen a case sell for that price, but I did see where 6 boxes, which means there's a case that's already broken and the case hit may have already been taken out, still sold for like $5,400. Oh, wow. Yeah. So Keith says 70-30. So you see the prices of X-Men Metal up around $1,000 because, well, 2 reasons. Because there was only 37% of it put in physical, and then Ian Fisher opened up all of it, Cards and Metal. If you don't follow him on Instagram, on whatnot, check him out. But that dude opened up 28 cases that we know of. He probably opened more and didn't tell us. Oh, Hands for Letters, you are welcome. Oh, so Valor says Scarlet Spider out of the High series. Art is used from Web of Spider-Man. Very cool. That's his first appearance, isn't it? Oh, wait, you said it right here. First appearance of Scarlet Spider, going to look sick paired next to the comic book. I love the way you're thinking there. And let me just get into the comments here. Spidey, what are some of the heavy hitters in the Spider-Man metal that we should be looking for? Any help is appreciated. Okay, so obviously, if we're talking about characters, I think the big 3 are going to be Spider-Man, Miles, and Spider-Gwen, Venom, probably Venom before Spider-Gwen, but it depends on the art for me. From a card standpoint, this one's probably going to throw you off because you probably think I'm going to say the PMGs, and they are certainly big hits. But I think the AF-15 interior comic cuts are going to be really big hits. Now, whether they sell for as much as something else, that's whatever. But I think we're only going to get 2 chances to get AF-15 comic cuts, and that's in Spider-Man Metal, and that's in Marvel Beginnings. And, there's probably going to end up being, I don't know, 30, 40 of those cuts, maybe. I could be wrong on that. It's got quite a few panels in the book if you've read it. Maybe only 25 panels. But out of those, there's probably going to be 15 or so that are exceptional in terms of the image of Spider-Man, maybe what it says, what it means. But one of those interior panels is going to be the first time that Spider-Man ever puts on the Spider-Man costume. And to me, that interior panel as a comic cut, pack pooled, would be really, really special. From there, you will have your parallels. Now, remember, PMGs in this set will not be a subset. And what I mean by that is with Flare Retro, Flare Ultra Spider-Man, even in, I think, and I can't say even in Flare Ultra X-Men, a PMG was a parallel of an insert, where with X-Men Metal and Spider-Man Metal, the PMGs are parallels to the base card. So it's not a parallel to a subset. And meaning that the base set is 200 cards. You're going to have 200 different types of PMGs from that set. And so it's going to be a lot of PMGs. There's going to be 20,000 of them, right? Just like there was for X-Men Metal. And so I think the comic cuts become more important throughout time. Obviously, if you hit a Peter Parker Spider-Man, red or green PMG, that'll be really awesome. But there's also going to be numbered to 25 and numbered to 50 parallels and numbered to 75 parallels. One of one parallel that are not PMGs. And then you're going to have Z-Force X, which is going to be, I think, really cool. And I don't know if that's going to focus more on the of modern versions of characters or the more nostalgic versions of characters that we're used to. Classic versions is a better term. So the art on there is going to be interesting. So anyhow, this you got the platinum portraits. You're going to have sketch cards. There's going to be a lot to look for in that set. Oh, so what besides the yellow FX parallel we get in retail? Well, what I've been told or what I heard on the podcast was platinum portraits, the Daily Bugle booklets, sketch cards, and I can't remember what other big hits are going to be there, but there will be hits in retail pack. Could you imagine opening up a blister box from Walmart and pulling a Spider-Man platinum portrait? That would just be one of the funnest hits of a lifetime. Hey, Marvelous Packs. I'm still catching up on comments here. Yeah, don't gamble on physical packs. Oh, I just lost my comments here. So this is going to take a minute for me to get the computer back up. But you should still be able to see me in this camera because that computer to the left of me is not on Wi-Fi. Okay, yeah, we were going to open up a box here, but I'm having a really fun time just chatting with you and going through these questions. And I think the consensus was that we wanted to open the Flare Ultra X-Men, but it is the most expensive box, obviously. Okay, I'm back into the comments. Black Suit Spidey, yeah, Swami, Black Suit Spidey. Again, I want to see the art, but it's really hard to mess up Black Suit Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, I do look forward to seeing the EPAC parallels. Cyber Collect, that's a really good point. We don't actually know what the parallels are going to look like, but we've been told they're going to be neon blue and neon green. Whenever I did my Upper Deck Did What video where they announced what they were doing with Spider-Man Metal, I actually made a neon blue and a neon green version of a Miles Morales card. So you can check that out. But I would say I would say I think it's going to be pretty awesome. But they did that because in X-Men Metal, you really couldn't tell the blacks, the black parallel from some of the other base cards. And so they wanted to go with a color that really stood out and was distinguished from the base cards or any of the other parallels. Oh, Marvelous. I was talking about 2018, my friend. Collectible Andy says with 20,000 cards, in the set, it makes the value of the platinum portraits a whole lot more with only 750 cards total. 25 cards at 300 at a 30 card print run. Yeah, I mean, it just means they're going to be more rare and more difficult to hit. And platinum portraits, it does have a premium name associated with it. It's not quite has the same cachet as PMG, but it's certainly up there. And if the images we've seen of platinum portraits up to this point, which is Spider-Man and Green Goblin, they both look fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So in the X-Men Metal platinum portraits, they were almost all wonderful, like they were gorgeous. The Miss Marvel and the Dark Phoenix for me were fantastic, and I love them. So I imagine these are going to be good. I can't imagine what a Venom platinum portrait looks like. Man, we get the teeth. It's going to be amazing. Oh, man. Better late than pregnant. I'm just kidding. Let's see, Tom. Do you think any character ever rivals or comes close to rivaling Spider-Man top 4 in Marvel spot? Seems almost impossible after Miles caught on so well, but I've seen Wolverine gain a lot. I've always personally had Spider-Man 1A and Wolverine 1B more than I've had Spider-Man 1 and Wolverine 2. Now, it depends on how you're judging that. I think Spider-Man's more loved universally. He's more well-known universally. But I do think that Wolverine has a very strong following. If you're looking at prices, like what amount cards sell for, it's still not that close. Spider-Man often doubles Wolverine in prices. And so will I think they ever catch him? I don't know. I actually think there's probably a greater chance that Miles or someone like Miles would pass Wolverine before Wolverine would catch Peter Parker Spider-Man. And maybe that's not true, but that's kind of what I think about it. Yeah, that turquoise parallel is going to be sweet. Yeah, I'm excited. So for those who don't know, what Upper Deck did here is they were able, due to the pandemic and the way distribution was kind of interrupted, they were able to look at how the market absorbed X-Men Metal and what it had to say about the product, say about the parallels, what prices they were seeing on the secondary market. And they basically went back to Spider-Man Metal and retooled it around what the market wanted. And so it's almost to say that Spider-Man Metal was tailor-made for what the market is today. And they said that was unique because generally they're working like 2 years in advance, meaning they're producing a product that's going to come out 2 years from now. They don't know how the market's going to react then. And so this delay actually gave them an opportunity to produce something to us that's going to be specific to what we want to see. And one of those that came out of that was the way they're doing the parallels and just how vibrant and different they are compared to the base cards instead of, them looking alike. Well, yeah. So Adam says he thinks the Z-Force cards are going to be one of the biggest chase, might rival PMGs and platinum portraits. They will be numbered, and I think the numbering goes to 100. I have the information here. Let me pull it up. So let's see here. All right, Skybox Z-Force is from the basketball world, and the base cards will be the Rave parallels. and there's going to be 50 total characters. And the rave, they'll be numbered to 100. Okay. The Amazing Raves will be numbered to 62 in honor of the year Spider-Man came out in 1962, first appearance. The Spectacular Raves are going to be numbered to 25, and the Super Rave will be a true one of one. And I find that language interesting, true one of one. But yeah, that's going to be low numbered 100, 62, 25, and 1. That set will include huge characters such as Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus, Venom, and others. They loaded that subset with big characters. So that's kind of cool. So when you think about it, you're going to have the low series and the high series are going to be the same character, meaning number 1 and number 101 are going to be the same character. So you're going to have one of ones for both low and high. So with Spider-Man, you're going to have a one of one for the low, a one of one for the high, and then you're going to have a third one of one chase with the Z-Force. And I kind of see where you're coming from, how the Z-Force actually may end up being the more important card, because the one of one for the base low and high, it's called a QFX, I believe is what it's called. And that name doesn't resonate across collecting communities and trading cards, but Z-Force does. And so a one of one Z-Force could be more important than the one of one, the base, especially when you consider how many parallels are in the base cards, both being the low and high. So Adam, I think you're onto something. I'm loving this morning. We got a lot going on in the chat. This is great. So I don't think the Platinum Portraits are going to be the same print run as an X-Men Metal, because of the fact that they're also going to be in the retail packs. So that has me thinking that, the print run is going to be a little higher. How much higher, I don't know. Marvelous Packs, I'm gonna tell you, I have my hopes completely up for June 26th, pay the day you have to pay, and then June 29th, I believe it is, that Wednesday. So Dave and Adams, June 29th. Dave and Adams always releases products on Wednesday, and you can get it overnight and receive it on Thursday if you pay, the extra money. And so to me, June 29th is the day this stuff ships, and June 30th will be the day that we have our boxes, for Spider-Man Metal. I was really hoping we could have it for HeroCon, which is the week before, the 24th, 27th, and 26th. But I suspect that the only way we're opening up product at HeroCon in Charlotte is if Upper Deck decides to make that happen. So, sorry. Yeah, sorry for the joke there. But yeah, if it is that low and it's in retail, it's going to be hard to hit a Platinum Portrait. Is there a bad Spider-Man villain? I mean, like, there's going to be characters like White Rabbit or Tarantula that it's not going to resonate with people, that likely will be in the set, if that's what you mean by bad. But Spider-Man rivals Batman in his rogues gallery. It's eclectic for sure, and it's got some really cool villains. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of asking the same question as Keith. What do you mean by bad? Yeah, so Upper Deck reshared a post of mine, and they said more images are coming in the post that they reshared. So we got to keep an eye out for that. Maybe the sales sheet gets updated. And I didn't even think to look at the sales sheet on Dave and Adams yesterday. Maybe that's changed. If it has, look at it. Hey, Card Boss, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, big Spidey hits are coming. Let's see. Will we probably see some new characters in this set? I do know there will be a new Spider-Verse comic series with Spider-Man and Spider-Woman variants. I think that it had to be a huge challenge for Upper Deck to reduce this set down to 100 characters. and still give us all the ones that we want. Because you have all the different Spider-Verses. So I'm really hoping that they go ahead and knock all those out, whether, it's Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Girl, Spider-Man 2099, Miles Morales, Scarlet Spider, just it goes on and on and on. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man. I hope they give us all of those, and then all the main villains, and then sprinkle in a few, that, like Spot, a few of those. Oh yeah, so the new Omega number will be 62 then, yeah. 62 out of 62 Z-Force for Spider-Man. 62 means a lot. That would be really cool. Hey, Marvel Marshall. Yeah, Marvel cards, baby. Cyber says, I just wonder if the Z-Force are needed to get the gold bullion cards. X-Men Metal was hard to finish, Blast Furnace, but Z-Force sounds even more difficult. I would be shocked if Z-Force was included in any E-Pack achievement. I would go out to say that that's not going to be the case. It would be too impossible, I think. And I think the E-Pack achievements are going to be your Palladiums, the ones that are probably going to be really difficult are the Daily Bugle booklets, because those have a super short print to them. But probably not your Planet Metals. Well, maybe your Planet Metals. Can somebody remind me if Planet Metal was one of the E-Pack achievement goals? I can't remember. But generally your low numbered cards, especially with 1-of-1s, are not going to be included in the E-Pack achievement. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, Spider-Man and Batman have the best rogue gallery. Spidey, isn't there Marvel Beginnings coming out? Yes, it is coming out, and your longer time collectors who, I don't know what the right term is, maybe are more sophisticated. They're looking forward to Marvel Beginnings as much as they are Spider-Man Metal. There will be really special things in Marvel Beginnings, and when will it come out? I don't know. I think they definitely want to get Spider-Man Metal released, and Marvel Beginnings, I think, was supposed to have already come out. So I'm not sure exactly what the delay is there, but maybe somebody in the chat knows. Did you see those PMGs that's on that site I told you about? Kevin, forgive me, I get a lot of DMs about cards, so I'm not exactly remembering. Are you referring to like the Golden site or something like that? If you could give me a little more detail, it might refresh my mind. Oh yeah, Spider Punk would be fun as a card, as a chase. I would like a Spider Punk sketch card. Yeah, those acetate palladium case hits. Wait, I don't think palladiums are case hits. Palladium should be box hits. That should be a box hit. In 2017, Flare Ultra Spider-Man Wolverine was there. Do you think he will be here too? I think that Upper Deck wants to put Wolverine in as much product as they can, in the same way that they generally would get Spider-Man in. Now, Spider-Man was only in X-Men Metal because of the 95 buybacks, and so they did not have him in there. So maybe they don't get Wolverine in, but man, I think that would be a miss if they don't. But it's hard to say. It really is hard to say. A true Spider-Man set probably would not have X-Men in them, even though they've definitely done crossover type stuff in the books and in the animated series. Jean Grey was the X-Men Metal Planet Metal Gold Boy. Okay, yes. So Dan, but did it include the bronze, the platinum, and the gold? I think it was only the non-numbered base that was included in the Planet Metal E-Pack achievement. And that's really what I'm referring to, is they don't generally use numbered cards as one of those E-Pack achievements. But I didn't chase the achievements in X-Men Metal. I really should have. I opened enough product to do that. But chasing E-Pack achievements is a grind and it takes a lot of work. You got to be willing to sit at your computer and trade and stuff. And And I'm moving around too much for that. Picked up 2 pre-order boxes on Dave and Adams. We'll rip one for content and keep the other for sealed. I like how you're thinking. And if you want to have a guest on the channel, I'd love to see you rip those open live. The Wolverine from Spider-Man 2017 is amazing. Love the gold auto. Yeah, so that artwork for Flare Ultra Spider-Man, the Wolverine there, it's in what they call the team ups, which is a perfect place to insert a Wolverine card. Is a great card. Oh, Red Goblin. Yeah, Red Goblin does have a great look because he has that fiery glider, that glider made out of fire. Well, hey, if we're gonna open up some packs, like we got to get going. I'm so nervous about opening up this X-Men Metal box here. Let me see if I can. This is going to take a minute, guys, for me to angle this camera because I was going to use a camera that's over Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi is just not working well today. So I'm actually going to have to flip this camera around to be able to give you guys a good look at the card. So let me work on that for a second. All right, how does that look, guys? Does that look all right? Somebody let me know. Oh yeah, so Spider-Man Metal is going to have gold bullions, and more than likely they're going to be just like the X-Men Metal in that you have to get all the bullions to get the 16 panel E-Pack achievement. ABR, yes sir, Sydney. When Norman and Carnage combine, oh, that would be overpowered. Now there is going to be. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. There's going to be a subset called the Rogues Gallery, and it's going to be similar to the Fresnel Lighthouses in ages. They're plexi cards. There's 24 cards in that set, and they're going to be one per case, and they're going to be all villains. So that's going to be a really cool villain subset. Yes, I do plan to go to Nationals, although I have not booked a room or a flight yet. But I was planning on staying with a friend. Yeah, here we go. Okay, looks good. Sexy. Thanks. Perfect. Hey, Ranger, how's it going? You stay safe too, friend. Okay, so most people wanted me to open up the Walmart box here, not the Jim Lee box. And I'm going to be a trooper and do that this morning. Yeah, I'm doing it for you, not for me. I'm kidding. You knew I was always going to open it at some point. Let me make some room here so we don't damage stuff as we get into it. Yeah, like I'm pretty nervous about this box just because I know that it has the propensity to brick, and I know that I'll never get my money back because I think I paid $600 for it. So let's take a good academic look at it here. So if you're not familiar, if it has the red lettering, I mean, that means it's not a Walmart box. The Walmart box have the blue lettering, and this is also true for the the 1994 Marvel Masterpieces. So if you ever run across a 90s Flare Ultra X-Men or 94 Marvel Masterpieces and it's got blue, it's a box that you would like to have. That is for sure. Yep, Walmart goodness. All right, guys, man, this one has me really nervous. So I need you to wish me luck. All right, wait, Viking Sword wants to chase the Jim Lee auto. Okay. Oh man, are we really doing this? Are we really opening this one, or should we open up this one? I'm sorry, I need to phone a friend. Somebody help me. Do you remember buying these packs as a kid? Yeah, Silver X Overs and the Fatal Attractions, they're great cards. That's for sure. Do it, do it, do it, do it. All right. All right, I'll do it. Okay. Oh man. Uncanny first. You want me to open up both of them today? All right, here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna open up Uncanny first. Okay. If we hit a Jim Lee auto, we're stopping. We're not gonna open up the X-Men metal, the X-Men Flare Ultra. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. I like that idea. Because I don't know, I'm so nervous about opening up that X-Men box. So we'll get into Jim Lee first. I've been eyeballing this box anyways. I really love the art in this set, and the box art here is really good of Wolverine. Even though it's not a classic suit, still really amazing. All right, so let's get out of our packs here. I love how it has the animated logo here. Or at least it reminds me more of the animated logo than the comic book logo. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that. Do what you want. Rip them both. Well, I mean, ultimately, I want to rip both of them. But right now, I think I want to do the Jim Lees. I really want to hit a Magneto auto. That would be amazing. So I'm going to do my best to keep the camera orientation correct to you guys, because it's actually not correct to me. And if I get out of view, let me know and I'll make the changes. Okay. So let's see. There we go. That's correct to you guys, isn't it? Can you see that well? Oh, wow. We hit a Magneto right off the bat. Somewhat off-centered, but I love this card. Wait, there we go. That's how I got to get it. Thanks. Okay. All of it looks good. All right. Whoa. Okay. That kind of made me nervous because they look alike. Look at the stance. Stance is similar. Beast. Very cool. Mystique. Jim Lee just slayed this whole set, didn't he? The whole set, he just slayed it. All right. I've got to help me see the centered ones, because I want to set those aside for the potential for grading. Okay. I've got to make a couple of stacks here. Cards that would be graded and would not be graded. Okay, let's get ripping. We got to go faster than that. Got to go faster than that. We got Bishop, Mutant Liberation Front, Sentinels, cool card. Who? Cannonball. Now, other than the Jim Lee auto, there is another insert in here, and they're holograms, if I remember correctly. So we'll be chasing those as well. Now, you want to open these fast, but you also don't want to damage them when you're opening. So that's important. Got Sauron. Very cool. Psylocke. Look, Pops the Moon. What are the autographs pack odds? You know, I don't know the answer to that, but hey, we have one of our 9 panels. That's cool. There's a cool Jean Grey, but it's off-centered. Blob. Awesome. One of my favorite Jim Lee artworks is he did a full X-Men villains poster, I guess is what you would call it, but it is so amazing. He captured each villain so well. If you haven't seen that, Google it. This is really cool. Cyclops, I'm going to ruin this card for you guys. Look at his foot. Isn't that crazy? Why would someone who's so talented, draw so well, do his foot like that? I can't figure it out. But all right, look at that. 9-panel Wolverine there. That's awesome. It goes right here with our Angel. We got Jubilee, Strife, Widget. All right. I will pull 3 to 4 hollows, autograph arts, art, 1 in Scandale. 1 in Scandale. That is so true. All right, we have a friend named Steven Scandale. Check out his channel at Scandale Cards and Comics. And he has the vast majority of the Jim Lee autos in the world. And in fact, the one that I do own, the Wolverine, came from him. This is an amazing rogue, guys. I love it. It's off center, but that is a great card. Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Very cool. Mojo, Alundra, and Phoenix. There we go. Not Dark Phoenix, but still cool. An April O'Neil foot. How much are these a box? Typically around $200. 1 in Scandale. That was hilarious. All right, we got another of our 9-panel Nightcrawler. Just one of the best, if not the best, Colossus ever drawn right there. Okay, we got a hologram in this one, guys. So that's cool. Cyrus and Hellfire Club. And our holo is, oh, wow, that's the full X team. Or, wow, look at that. That is awesome, guys. Very, very cool. Can y'all see it? I don't know. Can you? I'm trying to get it where you can see it. There we go. Oh, almost. I don't know why this was so hard to capture in the light, but not hitting the camera. That is so weird. Yeah. It's like there's just maybe not enough light in here. Let me do this. I'm going to make a mess, but how about now? Can you see it now? Kind of. And there's a lag on my camera, so I don't know when I get it in the right place. So, but let me look at it more closely here myself so I can describe it. But this is the one where Wolverine's running at you and you got the X-Men behind him. Cyclops, Phoenix, Rogue, Gambit, and Beast. I do not own this card. That is probably the best hologram you can hit. Okay, here's a picture of the hologram on the backside. Oh, I didn't even notice Cable. Why does it say Cable? Oh, no, that's the checklist, hologram checklist. But that's what it looks like. So that is cool. Very happy to have that. That card is so easy to damage. so easy to ruin. Man, that was awesome. I've never hit that one before. And I've opened a few of these boxes, maybe 4. Shatterstar. Look at that Omega Red. Maverick. X-Men. This is one of the ones that can be autoed by Jim Lee. And Dazzler. It is really clean. There's one little, the card itself feels like it has some like rippling effect to it a little bit. So I can't tell if it's an indentation in the card or not, but it's a very cool card. We got Shatterstar here in the 9-panel. Boom Boom, Brood, Quicksilver, X Factor. Oh, dude, look at this Juggernaut, guys. Look at that. That is awesome. Yeah, Dazzler was cool, but I love this Juggernaut, man. Love it. All right, let's keep going. Accidentally grabbed 3 packs at once. All right, we've got an X team. Really like this card. I always, I'm not a very tall person, and it's always kind of cool when they get Wolverine's height correct here because he's also not a tall person. But that's an awesome scale of all of the X-Men characters here in this card. Gideon, Magic. That's a cool Magic. Very cool. Wolfsbane, White Queen, very famous White Queen art here, and Storm. Look at that, guys. Man, that is so good. Such a good Storm. Napoleon Complex equals Wolverine. I think Wolverine's just mean anyways. I don't think it matters how big he is. There we go. Megan, Sunspot, Banshee, Apocalypse, Captain Britain, not Cannonball, almost said Cannonball there, and Technet. The Wolverine Hollow is the other, I think, best hollow to hit. Although there is a cool Gambit one. There's Cable, which is probably my least favorite. And then I think Beast. I'm not 100% sure. Proteus. And another of our 9 panels, Cable. All right. We got Mojo, Multiple Man, Upstarts. Don't remember that one. Oh, wow. Look at this Deadpool, guys. Very cool. I think it's slightly off-centered, just a hair fat on the left, but a cool card. Imperial Guard and Havoc. Wolverine is like Raphael from Ninja Turtles, a rebel with an attitude. I've never heard that analogy, but I like it. Yeah, I don't think Wolverine has anything to prove. I think he knows he's best at what he does. Lockheed, Deathbird, Megan, Banshee, Apocalypse again, and that card is damaged, guys. Like it is creased all the way down the middle here. Huh. And this set generally has really good quality control, but that's the only one like that. And Captain Britain. And let's see here. Yeah, Vic. All right. So we got Checklist, Shadowcat, Love Miss Kitty, Mojo, Multiple Man, Upstarts, and another Deadpool and another off-centered Deadpool. Ooh, I don't know who that is. That's nasty. Roma. There's something about this card that I can't remember. Somebody help me out, but I think, oh yeah, that's what it is. Look at this. Cerebro scan. The daughter of the legendary wizard Merlin, Roma reigns as the guardian of the multiverse and resides on the dimensional nexus point known as the Otherworld. Roma chose Brian Braddox to become the hero known as Captain Britain, but like a chess piece, Captain Britain was only a pawn. With her sorceress powers, she manipulated Brian, his companion Megan, and former X-Men Shadowcat, Phoenix, and Nightcrawler into forming the British superhero group Excalibur. Now, what's so crazy about this card is look at her power set. Energy projection 7, mental power 7, strength 7, fighting ability 7, intelligence 7. Virtually unstoppable. Unbelievable. Just crazy, 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 crazy. I knew that. I remember that card has something interesting about it. Oh, we got another hollow, people. We got Lady Death here. Want to be careful and not damage the card. Archangel. And we hit the Wolverine. Yes. Yes, look at that. I think I got the light right for you guys. But we hit the Wolverine. That is awesome. We hit the two best hollows already. It's a good box. Wow, that is so good. We'll look at the back real quick. Again, this is so incredibly condition sensitive. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at that. Oh, that looks clean. Clean, clean, clean. Just don't want to damage it. Yeah, that's a Spidey hit. Wolverine hitting Spidey. Or Spidey hitting Wolverine, I mean. Shadow King. Dustin, there's your Gambit. And that one looks pretty centered. That's awesome. Set that one to the side. Got another of our 9 panels. Boom Boom, Brood, and Quicksilver. Do you know if the autos are like in a penny sleeve or anything? I do not know the answer to that. Cable? Ooh, Dark Phoenix. It's all centered, but that looks amazing. Oh, that looks fantastic. So our friend Scandell has a Dark Phoenix that is autoed. But it's not this one. He has a Phoenix that's autoed, I mean. Forge, an X-Force. Hold on, I gotta look at Phoenix's power set. Okay, so her energy projection is a 7, mental power 7, strength 7, but her fighting ability and intelligence is low. I can't imagine that somebody can beat her, but whatever. That's what the card says. That's what makes the decision, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, Marvelous Packs. I would say that, us, most of us from the 90s got a lot of our knowledge from these cards for sure. And the animated series. Okay. We've got another hologram here. Who is it going to be? All right, we got another Wolverine. we're just gonna stack Wolverine holograms here. How about that? Second one. That's awesome. So we got 2 Wolverines, and again, they both look really good. Back centering is pretty good. Just a little fat on the right. Could you imagine getting one of these in a 10? Maybe the corner here is a little something. Oh man, that's awesome. Set that there before I damage it. Marvelous Superhero Report Card. Hey, bud, I have not been to Nationals recently, and I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I do know there'll be more Marvel cards there, but I have a sense that most people are just going to be showing them off more than selling them. And I don't think that Upper Deck has a huge plan to have a presence there with a ton of stuff. I mean, they'll be there, but anyways, Sabretooth here. Cool. I love this version of Strong Guy. And we got another hologram in here. You're going to hit all of the holograms. And we got Cable. This one is Cable. You see that all right? Cool card. Not as cool as Wolverine and the X team, but still cool. I pulled that card before, but it was damaged out of the box, like immediately. And it may have been the way I opened the pack, but it was very damaged. All right, this is as cool as you can get Toad here. And that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love this domino as well. Not quite the Joe Jusko domino, but still cool. Got a Storm 9-panel and another Rogue, and it's off-centered. Yeah, Dustin, this is a great box. Having fun with it. Marvelous, I've never done Pack Wars before. It sounds like a good way to lose money, but I really don't know much about it, to be honest. All right. That card again. Another Magneto, and this one is a little off-centered. Still cool. Starjammer, this is just like our first pack. Beast, Mystique, and Feral. I actually think that coalition is just like the very first pack we had. How many holograms in the box? Marvelous Packs says 4 to 5, I think. I think that's what he said. We've hit 4, and we're only halfway through, basically. X Factor, Mojo, Melandra, Phoenix. That's the card that Scandell has an auto of Jim Lee on. Shadow King and Gambit. Man, look how off-centered that is. It's really off-centered. That's terrible. He's picked up. All right. Do you know if the auto comes in a penny sleeve? If you do hit it? Long shot. And we have another hologram here, guys. Warpath, Sabretooth, Strong Guy, Excalibur minus Phoenix. And we hit the Gambit. Look at that Gambit. Can you see that pretty well? Try to get the light right. He is tossing them cards. Not in a penny sleeve. That's good to know. Okay. Yeah, love this Gambit. It's clean as well. Awesome. Okay, I think we may have a centered Magneto here finally. That's cool. Look at the rest of the card here. Yeah, I'm going to set that one to the side because it looks pretty well centered. Starjammers, Beast, Mystique, Feral. Ooh, and another Gambit. This time our 9-panel Gambit with Professor X monitoring in the background. That's cool. What about Gingy Man's new cards, though? Oh, that was awesome. That was really, 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 really cool to see the community take care of him the way that they did. Beast, Mystique. Yeah, it's got to be super tough. We got a second Gambit. It's just super tough to be out of the country, like in the UK, where basically all you have is eBay, right? And so really awesome to see the community take good care of Gingy. Gingy takes a lot of flack because he reports sold sales, and he uses words like interesting and stuff like that. And people give him a hard time. The dude is just being connected to the hobby in the only way that aligns for him. And that's what he's doing. And it is a service, whether people like it or not. That's an awesome Jean Grey, and it's centered too. And I'm really thankful for Gingy. Love what he brings to our hobby, and I love the excitement and passion that he has. And even though he doesn't have all the cards in the biggest collection, and he really doesn't have, like a dog in the hunt, so to speak, like he's not driving up the prices of his own cards, he still catches flack, which is sad, but whatever. People are people. Gotta love them. All right, we got another Wolverine. Jubilee, Strife, Widget, X-Men card again, off-center though, Gideon. Card prices only suck if you don't own the cards that are popping. Pops, that video of Gingy is on Instagram. I'll do my best to send it to you, but you mainly can go to his channel and see what he got. But some people gave him some really cool stuff that I imagine means a lot to him. Ooh, we got another. Ooh, and this one's centered. Dark Phoenix. That's awesome. Man, I love this card. This pack feels a little thin for some reason. Huh. Maybe it's not. No, I guess it looks like everything's there. Imperial Guard, Havoc, Saturnine, Littlefoot, Wolverine, Jubilee. You missed the hologram Gambit. Here we go. And it has a moon in the back, Pops. Oh man, I did not see that. That's really cool. He handed down his PMG to his son. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, the 9 panels are in the danger room. That's correct. You are absolutely correct. And we have another hologram, guys. This will make number 6. Man, we're we're having some luck this morning. Another Cable. Wow. Are we missing any? Let's see. We've got Wolverine, Cable, Gambit. We're missing the Magneto hologram. But we got 6 of them. That's insane. I don't remember hitting 6 in a box before. So, Kevin, I'm reading your comment here. Let's see. Sal and Gabby Take the Universe is an awesome book. It helped me understand the backstory and where they're with everything. It explains a lot from Doctor Strange, No Way Home. Huh. Oh, so Neo did 7 hollows in his break, so maybe we can get one more. That would be awesome. Although I would much rather have the auto, but that would be cool. Let's see, Mojo, Lalandra, sorry. Another Phoenix, Shadow King, and another Gambit, and this one is also off-centered. Sorry, Marvelous. Maverick, cool character. X-Men, Shiva, Dazzler, Lockheed, and Deathbird. All right, we're down to 5 packs, guys. So let's see if we get one more hollow. That would be 7. That feels like a lot for a box. 7 does. Sentinels, Who, Cannonball, Mastermind, Cable, and another Phoenix. That one's off-centered. 4 more packs. Oh, this is a cool Mr. Sinister here. I like this card. That looks good. Love it. All right, we got the Danger Room Cyclops, and we hit Wolverine finally. Look at it, guys. Is that not as good as it gets? I mean, that is as good as it gets right there. Love this card. Super awesome. Let's look at the back here. And Wolverine's skills. He has virtually no energy projection, no mental powers. He's a 2 on strength, but he has a 7 fighting ability and a 2 intelligence. When you couple his fighting ability with the fact that he has invulnerability, I mean, think about that. He has unlimited stamina, and he virtually cannot be broken unless you're Magneto, right? And he has a 7 in fighting skills. Like this dude is he's an animal. Love it. It's a little, just a hair off centered, but I'm still going to stick it over here because I'm really happy to have it. Black Tom, and we have our 7th hollow. And it's Magneto, guys. We hit the Magneto. Yes, we did. And it is a cool Magneto. I like a good beefy Magneto. And Jim Lee does it as good as anybody. But that corner is a little damaged. Can you see it? I'm trying to help you see it. There we go a little bit. I'm not going to knock over everything. Yeah, I would be like really excited, especially depending on what character. So I'm responding to this comment from Card Boss. I wonder when someone actually pulled a Jim Lee auto on cam, will we have a bigger reaction than the triple logo man, LeBron James? Yeah, definitely going to have a big reaction if that happens. There's been somebody on the channel that hit one, and I believe he put it on YouTube. That was pretty cool. We got our Colossus Danger Room 9 panel. Really cool Nightcrawler card. Very cool. Toad, Domino, Storm, Clung. All right, 2 packs left. 2 more shots. How could you not like a beefy Magneto? That's what I'm saying, guys. Look at that. I mean, look at that Magneto. Don't know if it came through clear in the camera, but super cool. Got a Magic. Wolfsbane. Another White Queen. Another Storm. Lovely. Another Checklist. Shadowcat. All right, one more pack to go. One more. See what happens. We're going to beat Neo. We are going to beat Neo. And how many hollows are pulled in this box? We got Danger Room Cyclops. We hit another Wolverine, and this one looks fairly centered. Love it, because I definitely need this in a 10. Oops, I just destroyed the camera. Sorry. Black Tom, Professor X, and another Gambit. Look at that. That is 8 hollows, my friends. 8 of them. This is the 1992 Uncanny X-Men box. Yes. Look at that, guys. We did it. Wow. 8 hollows. This is the first box that we've hit on the newly rebrand Spidey hits. And yeah, we're doing it. We're hitting them. These are great. I love it. Love it. Love it. Wow. 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 That is cool. Super, super cool. That was a great last pack too, because we needed another one of those Wolverines that I can send to get graded. And I believe we got the full Danger Room. So let's check that out real quick. Destroyed the Gambit. Dustin, you can have that one. All right, let's see. We've got a corner here. Hold on. Let me get this in the camera to some degree. Corner there. Got a corner up here. Got a corner down here. Got another Cyclops. We got Wolverine in the center. Wolverine in the center. Got Archangel up here. I'm not going to be able to get all of it in the camera. We got Gambit right here. Yeah. Next to Wolverine. Got another Gambit. Got another Storm. Nightcrawler up here. Shatterstar and Cable. So we have the full 9 panel here. So that's awesome to be able to finish that. There we go. I'll tell you what, this box had everything but a Jim Lee auto. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let me swing this camera around so you can see me again. Get it straight a little bit. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. Did you have fun? That's another episode of Saturday Morning Marvel Cards. And man, I just keep enjoying this as much as anything that I'm doing on the channel. So I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Do you have any questions for me before we leave for the day and my camera doesn't stay where it's supposed to be? Because I think it's definitely not wanting to. I'm moving it around. Yeah, nice. It was a nice rip. Thank you. Yeah, but the 94 Walmart box has Steranko, Julie Bell, Bob Larkin, and Hildebrandt. Yeah, it's got all the artists. And yeah, remember, it's got like my favorite card in there. We're going to have to come back to it. It's just so hard to rip a box that expensive and that might be completely bricked. But you never know. Keep tuned to the channel. Keep tuned to Saturday Morning Marvel Cards. Next week, we're going to be in Dallas. And I intend to do an episode with Gingy Man if the internet will allow it at the Dallas Card Show for Saturday Morning Marvel Cards. So super cool stuff. Thanks, Pops. Thanks, Sydney. Yes. You have a marvelous day, my friend. Oh, I love your faith, Marvelous Packs. It will not be bricked. It will not be bricked. I love that. All right. I'm going to sleeve up these hollows and these well-centered cards and go get about the rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. Look for me on Instagram under Spidey Hits. And as always, I hope you have a marvelous day.